For those who have just joined us, good evening, and thank you for joining SeaFocus 2021's Gallery Webinar Series, where we invite participating exhibitors to present a live digital event to our audiences. For our second gallery webinar this evening, we have with us Art Porters, founded in 2014 with a mission of sharing happiness with art. The gallery's goal is to facilitate new buyers' early steps into the art world and experience collectors' appetite for worthy young artists' work. With a focus on Southeast Asia, Art Porters has an active program of exhibitions, events, and talks to achieve its mission of nurturing young artists and collectors. I will now hand the time over to Art Porters for their live event. Thank you.
Thank you, Iris, and thanks to everybody at SeaFocus for organizing this. Thank you to our friends of Civilance for sharing this webinar series with us. It's certainly an honor to speak after our friend Isa. We used to meet Isa and Rachel regularly in art fairs in the region and around the world. And well, it's a small consolation to have seen you just now on this screen. So you're now in, I'm inside Art Porters Gallery Room 1. So for those who don't know me, my name is Guillaume Lévy-Lambert. I'm the co-founder of the gallery. Part of our gallery, the context is this neighborhood, heritage neighborhood just outside Chinatown. And I will now ask my colleagues just to show you where we are. So maybe, yes, I think Jaren, you are showing the outside of the gallery.
Correct. So we are outside right now at Art Porters Gallery in the Blair Road Conservative area. It's a really quaint little sort of street, and that's Art Porters right there. That's located just right in the middle of the street.
Thanks, Jaren. So now you can walk in the gallery room 1 where I am and where we have this exhibition, the Messenger, Mulyana's The Messenger. So one reason why we wanted to do this webinar from the gallery is inside SeaFocus, inside the curated show Hyper Horizon. In fact, right at the entrance is one work by Mulyana. Mulyana is this celebrated artist from Indonesia. He's originally from Bandung and based in Yogyakarta. He's really famous for his works made in knitted and crocheted synthetic yarn. It's literally thousands and thousands of man or woman hours, because Mulyana works with a workshop of villagers. They're most of them from a little village near Yogyakarta. So each coral island is the home of a little guy which we call the Mogus. I mean, his followers will be familiar with the Mogus. The Mogus is a creature that's derivative from the octopus. It has many hands and arms. Each coral island's got its unique one. It's a little bit the alter ego of the artist who would like. So if you follow on your screen, you can pin the Art Porters webcast on your device if you're when you're watching. I hope that people following on YouTube can see it as well. Yeah, it's the alter ego of the artist, as I'm saying, because he would like all of us to be able to multitask and do many things at once. And in fact, he would like to be able to multitask and be with us today. Mulyana had planned to be with us today. That was announced. I'm sorry to disappoint. I think everybody that he's unable to be with us. Unfortunately, Mulyana is actually hospitalized for COVID infection. and we all want to wish him a prompt recovery. In fact, he's saying hello to all of us here. Oops. Okay, I hope you can. Yes. You can see Mu saying hello from his hospital room. He's in very good spirits, just disappointed not to be with us today, and he's responding well to treatment. So please send him a lot of positive energy to thank him for his great work as well. Mulyana's work, his purpose is to share with us the beauty of a divine creation. God created for all of us a beautiful world, and he wants us to appreciate it. And in fact, Mulyana says and thinks that we don't need to touch the creation to appreciate it. We don't need to necessarily swim and dive and touch the corals to realize how beautiful they are. Until about 3 or 4 years ago, Mulyana could not swim. In fact, his knowledge of the underwater world stemmed from Discovery Channel and the internet. Sadly, I think the quality of I don't know whether it's our Wi-Fi or the transmission. I'm a bit sad that I don't think you can see how really beautiful it is. So for those people in Singapore, our exhibition is open until 7th of March. And you can also see a major installation of Mulyana's work at the Esplanade Theatre on the Bay, in the concourse in between the two theaters. It's a big installation of Mulyana's work. Also, for the visitors to SEA-Focus 2021 in the Hyper Horizon show, as I mentioned earlier, there is one of the choral harmony series work on display at the entrance. You can't miss it. You can't miss its little Mogus as well. For the visitors online to SEA-Focus, there are a few works by Mulyana that are also featured on the SEA-Focus and Artsy platforms as part of the SEA-Focus online offering. Now, this exhibition is titled The Messenger. And for the first time, Mulyana has created works that are wearable and full-fledged character, like the one that my colleague is showing you now. That's the title piece, the Messenger. And what Mulyana wants to tell us is we should, all of us, listen to the spiritual tradition that we've inherited. In the case of Mulyana, the messenger is the prophet, and he would like each of us, regardless of what our tradition is, to listen and be mindful of the messages, spiritual messages that we have inherited. And with this second work of second wearable work in the installation, in fact, the tentacles in the costume of this character include what symbolize eyes. Some of them are actually detachable eyes that can be. I mean, Mulyana was hoping to do a performance for the opening. Unfortunately, due to the restriction, he was unable to travel, and his intention would have been to gift some of those eyes to the public present during the performance to symbolize the spiritual awakening, the enhanced perception of spiritual messages that he invites us to. Mulyana is already quite familiar to the public in Singapore. We showed his work for the first time in January 2016 at ArtStage. And a few months later, he had works at Singapore Art Museum at SAM at 8Q, the annex of SAM 8 Queen Street, in an exhibition called Imaginarium. Imaginarium, which is an exhibition directed to public of all ages, including children. And we understand that Mulyana's presentation at Imaginarium was the most visited exhibition in the history of SAM. Following that, Mulyana had a series of presentation. In fact, preceding that and following that, he had a series of important presentations at Art Jog in Yogyakarta, including the major installation at the entrance of Jogja, commissioned by Art Jog 2 years ago. He's had museum exhibitions in the US and in Korea. He was commissioned shop windows for Hermes at Liat Towers 2 years ago. And these shop windows traveled to Seoul in Korea for the reopening of a Hermes store there. These were the works were actually not just the ones presented at Hermes Singapore, but additional ones as well. So it's really wonderful to see his works traveling so much. If anybody listening to us has questions, you're welcome to type it in the chat or to unmute yourself and ask us as well. I think I've been sitting down for too long, so and thanks Rachel for manning the phone. I just want to again reiterate that the messenger is visible at our gallery until March 7. If you go to Apporter's website, you can download the catalog. I don't think using the QR code will work so well over Zoom or YouTube. This guy here is the biggest mogus I've ever seen. So the word mogus is a word that Mulyana made up. It's made of a monster I think Rachel, you know the second word, the mogus.
The second word is a bahasa Indonesia to octopus.
Right. And yes, no, I think it has to do with the clan name of Mulyana. in Mulyana's absence, I have a little surprise for you. But in the meantime, hang on 1 second. So this particular mogus is called mudita, which is a joy, the particular joy that one feels when you feel someone else's success. So each of the creatures have a word, have a meaning, and an intention created by the artist. So yeah, this one is called Nayanika. It's called Nayanika, and I hope, I think maybe Mulyana, you're watching us. I hope you can come soon to Singapore and wear Nayanika and do the performance and do full justice to your work.
Nayanika in Sanskrit translates to one with beautiful eyes, which can be seen with all the many eyes on the artwork.
Yes, thank you, Rachel. And do you know the meaning of Adhikara?
Adhikara, the meaning in Sanskrit is translated to the creator.
So the creator emerges from the sea of corals. It has its own logos. And this whole bowl of fish, which is also part of Adhikara. So my little surprise, we don't have Mulyana with us today, but I will push the magic door and show you our exhibition in room 2, since we still have a little bit of time. So this is what we're trying to do here, sharing happiness with us. In room 2, we're showcasing the works of a Singaporean artist, Yu Chong. Yu Chong is famous as the most productive street artist in Singapore. He's created more than 50 murals all over the city. And this is his first gallery exhibition. For his first gallery exhibition, he's created a series of triptychs. These triptychs each correspond to a different mural in the city. So this mural is about the Mid-Autumn Festival with the lanterns, with the special mooncakes and the tea and the pomelo. So these are details from the murals that Yu Chong cropped to create his, and painted on canvas to create his first gallery exhibition. The exhibition is called Something, Somewhere, Somewhen. So it's running concurrently to Mulyana's The Messenger until 14th of March. The idea of something, somewhere, someone, it's all about the familiarity. All these objects that you can see, simple things like Singaporean breakfast of kaya and teh tarik. It's the sort of things that will be in everybody's memory, everybody who's a resident of Singapore
but you may not remember exactly when is the last time you had the kaya toast, or where is it that you had the tea served from a metal pot looking exactly like this with a milk-made condensed milk. What's been extraordinary in the reception by the public is people remarking on how exact are the details. And not only Yu Chong painted these details of murals on canvas, he also painted objects like these blinds. So these are real bamboo blinds where he's reproduced one of his famous murals from Chong Bahru, which has this bird cage and another breakfast, two breakfast sets actually. I think that's one of my personal favorites. I think that's Chikwe. I absolutely love this. There's one in Chong Bahru that I particularly enjoy. And yeah, all these are details that that warm the couples of everybody's hearts. So on the wall here, some more murals, including three murals, three triptychs representing, referencing murals that are in the immediate neighborhood of the gallery. In fact, Yipu Chong lives near the gallery, and he's created his first murals in the immediate vicinity of the gallery. This one is called Provision Shop. It's just 5 meters from the gallery. The actual mural itself is something like 12 meters long and has many more details. So this just gives a little impression of his street art, but has given an opportunity to members of the public, for lucky members of the public, to acquire these memories. In the meantime, everybody is welcome to come and visit this exhibition at the same time as Mulyana's. One of the many details that come regularly in Yu Chong's murals is the calendar. Calendar usually open on the date of 12 January, and that because that date appears all the time in his murals, we open the exhibition on that day. That's also his birthday. That's why it's there very often. In fact, to make the gallery space look a bit like a traditional home, he's brought us this calendar where he wrote a little poem about something somewhere, somewhere. That something was so common, that somewhere was well trodden, that somewhen was the present. The winds of change blew. They were tossed, replaced, and forgotten. But their spirits reside in my memories. Something, somewhere, somewhen. They re-emerge in my bittersweet sanctuary. Welcome to my sanctuary from 12 January to 14 March. So he circled this date of 12 January, his birthday, the opening. For the month of Chinese New Year, he's written this poem referencing his work called Home for Chong Bahru. Every object was familiar, every detail was memorable, but we love things to be new, even though all things were not due.
Our dazzling new homes kept our memories masks. We moved fast. When our old homes turned into dust, we longed for the beauty of our homes past.
And for the last month of the exhibition, Yu Chong added this thank you note. Thank you for coming to my first solo art exhibition. I hope it has inspired beautiful memories in you too. And he circled the final date of the exhibition. So the exhibition continues. Sorry, well, we'll come back. More triptychs. On this one, you see a quilt being sewn with a sewing box in a made out of a cookie box. And the cookie box is actually here. And it's the kind of boxes we've all had in our homes that being transformed into sewing kit or something else. And it's you can see how it's linked to the quilt that's brought to life as a painting. And on the painting, you can see many of Yushong's icons, the calendar, the cat. So the calendar, the cat come, about 5 times in the exhibition in different shapes and places. There's also these other objects, plates, enamel plates with food inside, dumplings, nasi lemak, satay, roti prata, some fruit, durian, bananas, some cakes. Yes, I would like to show you one particular detail that I missed earlier, and then we'll come back for closing word inside the messenger. I think to show you one of the design of the cat. So it's an example of what Yushong has done. This particular cat painted on this particular chair appears in one of the murals near the gallery. Here he's painted the actual cat on the chair. Together with the fish ready for dinner. This is Chinese New Year is coming, and we wish everybody good festivities. And Yushong has created this reunion dinner table on an actual old Formica table with the sort of menu that many people recognize as what they've had or what they still have for celebration. With this, I want to come back in our room 1. Mulyana said, there is always a messenger at all times, and there's always a time for the messenger. We are all born under unique circumstances as individuals. Surely, at some point in our lives, we would have pondered about our identities and the purpose of our existence. As we learn and grow, we are inevitably forced to read. By reading, we decipher messages, including divine ones, passed on from generations to generations. Mulyana believes that God commands read as the first revelation to the human chosen as the messenger, namely the great prophet Muhammad. How can we be certain that in time, the message of the divine is not overwritten by the ego of humankind, which carries destructive potential? And how are we able to discern? The exhibition, The Messenger, invites audiences to reconnect with their own faith and beliefs. So you see the end of Shabbat. I know you're watching. We're praying for you, each with our own faith, and I know you will recover very soon. This exhibition invites audiences to reconnect with their own faith and beliefs encouraging them to reread the messages that have guided them and to make meaning of them. The works presented in the exhibition, though static in nature, are able to transform and develop in different directions, a reflection of the artist's own intentions to remind us that we are all capable to create beauty and to share kindness and happiness. It's 7:29, so I want to respect the timing. I want to thank you all for watching. This webinar has been recorded by C-Focus. I hope we'll be able to share the link very soon. Please join me in thanking Mulyana and Yipu Chong to have created so much beauty and magic for the public to enjoy in our gallery. Have a good evening or a good day wherever you are. Thank you, Rachel, and thank you, Jaren, for helping with the technology. Thank you to the C-Focus team, and thank you to the public.
Thank you so much, Guillaume, for your insightful tour around the exhibition and the gallery. We hope Mulyana is in good hands for his treatment. Please do send him our well wishes. That concludes the presentation from Art Porters. For more information and to register for our public programs, please visit our website at cfocus.sg. Thank you again for joining our gallery webinar series. Have a good evening.